On the 6th of July, 2026, in Dallas, Texas, the cameras kept panning to one man, not to celebrate him, not to show a goal, but to show tears. Cristiano Ronaldo, 41 years old, standing on a World Cup pitch for the very last time. And he was crying. This is the story of how it ended, and why it matters more than you think. Portugal versus Spain. The Iberian Derby, round of 16. Two neighbors, two giants, one ticket to the quarterfinals. For 90 minutes, it was tight. Tense, neither team could find a way through. Portugal had chances. Bernardo Silva headed onto the roof of the net when he really should have scored. Mendes hit the crossbar with a deflected effort. Ronaldo had 2 shots on target. He chased every ball. He never stopped running. At 41 years old, he gave everything he had. And then the 89th minute. Mikel Merino came off the bench. A low pass from Torres. A cool finish past Costa. 1-0 Spain. That was it. Portugal were out. When the final whistle blew, the cameras went straight to Ronaldo. He walked toward the Portugal fans, clapping slowly, eyes red, tears rolling down his face. His teammates stood and applauded him. Even Lamine Yamal, the 17-year-old who had just helped knock him out, walked over to comfort him. Think about that. The next generation comforting the greatest of his generation. On the biggest stage in football. Ronaldo confirmed it after the match. This was his last World Cup. At 45, the next one would come too late. He said these words, "I am sad to be leaving the World Cup like this. I gave it all. I did my best. I am leaving with a clear conscience." Here is what Cristiano Ronaldo gave to this sport, and to Portugal specifically. He scored at 6 different World Cups: 2006, 2010, 2014, 2018, 2022, and 2026. No player in history has ever done that. Not Messi, not Pele, not anyone. Only Ronaldo. He scored 11 World Cup goals in total. His penalty against Croatia this year made him the oldest goal scorer in World Cup knockout history, 41 years and 147 days old. He earned 233 caps for Portugal, more than any player for any country in history. He scored 146 international goals, the most ever, by anyone. Ever. And before Ronaldo, Portugal had never won a major title. Not one. He changed that. The 2016 European Championship. 2 UEFA Nations League titles. He put Portugal on the map. But there is one thing that will always be missing from his story: the World Cup trophy. His deepest run was a semi-final in 2006, his very first World Cup. He was 21 years old, full of fire, full of hope. Portugal finished 3rd that year, and Ronaldo thought there will be more chances. There were. He came back in 2010, 2014, 2018, 2022, 2026. 6 World Cups. And the trophy never came. Some people will use that against him. They will say he never won the big one. But here is what those people forget. Ronaldo spent 23 years showing up for his country. 23 years of wearing that shirt with pride, with passion, with everything he had. Not for money. He said it himself. I did not do it out of need. I am doing well in life. I did it out of passion, out of love. When Ronaldo walked off that pitch in Dallas, he was not just leaving a football match. He was leaving something he had dedicated his entire life to. A boy from a small island called Madeira. Grew up poor, hungry, determined, became the most decorated individual footballer in history. And stood on a World Cup pitch at 41 years old, still running, still fighting, still believing. He did not get the trophy. But he gave football something the trophy could never measure. He gave it 23 years of himself. So whatever you think of Ronaldo, whether you love him or not, take a moment. Because we will never see anything like him again. Thank you, Cristiano. This World Cup is delivering moments that will stay with us forever. Subscribe so you never miss a single one. Every match, every moment, every emotion.